So many. I would say the advertisers that are getting it right in general are those who are really understanding the space and really pushing the limits of its creativity and its potential. Because if you think about it, podcasting is such a young medium compared to, you know, a lot of the other channels out there. Right. And so there's still a lot of evolution happening. There's still so much excitement and potential to try new things. So I would say the podcasters that are testing and learning constantly are the ones who are really doing it right. I mean, everyone in podcasting will know BetterHelp, because BetterHelp, the online therapy service, is the biggest spender globally on podcast advertising around the world. But it's because it's working for them, and it's working for them for so many reasons. First of all, you know, podcasting as a medium being so engaging, being so trustworthy, but also BetterHelp really test and learn. So they really sort of try working with different podcasts who match with their values or match with, you know, the audiences they're trying to reach. But they're constantly testing, right, is that working? How could we optimize what they're doing? Are there different podcasts we need to try? So I would say that's a really good example. And then in terms of pushing boundaries, you know, there's brands that we at Acast work with, for example, like WhatsApp. So, you know, we've worked with WhatsApp, who want to really push about their privacy features to users. So we've done some really creative campaigns with our podcasters using both their podcast, but also their social channels, where we've sort of had some fun with that and got them to expose some of their biggest secrets to sort of flip it on its head. So I'd say any brand that is willing to try something creative is who's really doing well in podcasting at the minute. Yeah, so I think there's a few different areas. I think from a content trend point of view, I think that we're seeing a massive rise in mental health based podcasts, right? The world, we all know, has been through a lot in recent years, and podcasting is really emerging as a brilliant environment to either inform people, educate people, or just help people. So I think we're going to see a rise, not just in advertising, but in terms of actual content, of more podcast geared towards helping people tackle mental health challenges. I also think news is a massive trend. Like the way we consume news is changing rapidly. Podcasts, daily briefing podcasts, daily news podcasts are such an important part now of the news cycle. And I think that's going to be particularly important in 2024, because we're going to go through two major election cycles, both in the UK and in the US. And so offering that sort of nuance and information around elections, I think, is going to be big for podcasting. But when it comes to podcast advertising, I do think our old friend, I can't not have an interview without saying the word AI, as you've said. AI is going to have massive effects in a positive way for podcasting, both in terms of, you know, saving time in the actual podcast creation process, AI tools that can help podcasters save time on a lot of the admin so that they can focus more on the actual creating side. And also it's already, you know, having a massive effect on how we as Acast can create our even more effective advertising. So, you know, we're using AI and machine learning to create better targeting tools for advertisers, to, you know, help our brand safety efforts, and just sort of, you know, make the all-round experience better for everyone. So I think that is a trend that you can't get away from, obviously.